I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Law enforcement officials say Saturday's arrest of 101 people in Kingston and vicinity is just another step in their war against drugs and gang activity. This morning, a total of 86 indictments were handed up during the Kingston City Court arraignment of suspects rounded up in the series of raids dubbed Operation Clean Sweep. The arrest capping an 8-month probe that featured more than 200 undercover drug buys, with 44 of the suspects having alleged ties to Kingston street gangs. Charges contained in the indictments include robbery and assault, as well as drug sale and possession. 13 people were still being sought by police following Saturday's raid that also resulted in the seizure of drugs, cash, guns, and 16 cars. Ulster County District Attorney Holly Carnwright called Saturday's clean sweep a, quote, game changer. A Wurtsboro man has been charged with reckless endangerment after police say he threatened another person with a loaded revolver and then fired off a round inside a local Wurtsboro bar. 32-year-old Bradley Janix faces an additional felony charge of criminal weapons possession. Following the Saturday incident, the shot fired went into the bar's ceiling. No one was hurt. Janix is being held without bail in Sullivan County Jail pending an upcoming court appearance.
Who had guns, who had bulletproof jackets on, who worked out in the gym every day, couldn't stop a young man who weighed 120 pounds with a knife.
They vow to keep the pressure on. The family and friends of Michael Lebhart, the 22-year-old Newburgh man who was shot and killed during a confrontation with police last month. On Saturday, about 80 people gathered to protest Governor Andrew Cuomo's denial of a special prosecutor to investigate the circumstances surrounding Lebhart's death. Protesters say they aren't buying the police department explanation of events that Lebhart had endangered officers by lunging at them with a knife. In the wake of the governor's decision, Lebhart's family and relatives have called on Newburgh city officials to bring in their own independent investigator. Orange County District Attorney Frank Phillips will present the case to a grand jury once medical reports are completed. They were running to put the spotlight on their fallen comrades. On Sunday, West Point hosted a half-marathon event as a way to honor former West Point cadets who've lost their lives during their service in Iraq and Afghanistan. About 500 people from the West Point community took part in the race. Sunday's weather could have been better, but that wasn't about to stop folks from grabbing their fishing gear and heading to one of our area rivers and streams in order to take part in the opening day of trout fishing season. Along the Neversink River in Cutterbackville, at least one fisherman was having a little opening day luck. When we stopped to chat with Paul Colavito and Maureen Kennedy of Westbrookville, they hadn't landed anything yet. But for them, just being there was reward enough.
I hate missing an opening day. I live for it. It's relaxing. I love it. I live for my hunting and fishing, especially in the opening days. It's just, you wait all year for it. Any day fishing is better than any day working.
It's calming, very, very soothing. Takes the stress, melts away. I just like to watch the other people fish and catch something too. Yeah, I haven't caught anything myself yet.
But the day's still young.
The day is still young, that's right.
And whether opening day anglers had good luck or not, the day proved to be a perfect time for a little father-son bonding. Number of local teams placed first in the State Odyssey of the Mind competition held over the past weekend in Binghamton. Monroe-Woodbury school officials have special reason to be proud, with teams from their high school, middle school, plus Central Valley and North Main elementary schools placing first, the teams there. Other division winners were from Goshen Middle School and teams sponsored by the Warwick Humane Society and Warwick Methodist Church. They'll be among those competing in the Odyssey of the Mind World Finals coming up next month at Iowa State University. And hair today, gone tomorrow. More than 100 folks, among them Walden Mayor Brian Marr, came to the Walden Firehouse Saturday to get their heads shaved and to raise money to battle cancer all at the same time. It was a fundraiser for the St. Baldrick's Foundation, a national childhood cancer charity that raises money for research. The Walden festivities brought in close to $35,000 in pledge money for the cause. The annual St. Baldrick's event has been held since 2008 in Walden in memory of Megan Dunn, a 7-year-old who died in 2003. Our weather looks pretty good for the next couple of days. It'll be mostly sunny and a bit milder Tuesday with temperatures in the low 60s. Wednesday will be partly sunny with the highs up around 60 degrees. Stay connected to Record Online for breaking news throughout the day and catch up on all the day's developments by reading tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.